Welcome to Herf Zone Live, the show where we have the most eclectic lineup of guests, of which some smoke cigars and some who don't. Either way, we bring you the best content weekly. Herf Zone Live is sponsored by StogieLives.com, a social media site just for cigar smokers. Sign up for free and connect with cigar lovers from all over the world. Set up with similar features to Facebook and other social media sites. You can grow your network, start groups, post events, and see why everyone is talking about StogieLives.com. Make sure to connect with Team Shirtless Mike and Herf Zone Live and tell me you can because of the show. Team Shirtless Mike and Herf Zone Live are also getting behind a very special project with Ace Prime Cigars and Stogie Press. They are working to raise money for a daycare center in Jalapa, Nicaragua to help out workers in the cigar industry, among helping in other ways. As you know, Nicaragua has a lot of poverty, and in Jalapa, there is massive amounts of need. This is where a lot of cigars are produced, so I'm getting behind this along with others in the cigar industry to make a difference. The link to the Stogie Press article is in the show description. You can learn more about the project and make a donation by clicking the link in the description. Together we can achieve more. Tell a friend to tell a friend. So what's going on, everybody, man? It's been a hectic, crazy day getting ready for this show. I don't know about you, Tony.
Absolutely. I can't believe you memorized that whole thing.
I don't memorize it. I read it all.
I know.
Yeah, so how was your day? I know your day's been more hectic. I just had to do a little show prep.
Yeah. We've it's amazing every time we do one of these major events with the Rocky event coming up. The prep work seems to be, it's like Thanksgiving dinner. You have to do all this stuff for 15 minutes of eating.
Yeah.
So we're now in the weeks of prep work for Rocky, make sure we have all the inventory right, all the computer items right, to make sure everything we have is ready to go, so this event can go off without a hitch.
Yeah, definitely. And just so you know, if I say definitely, that's your cue to take a drink. So, yeah, so Melanie is on her way, guys. We don't know what the ETA is, but either way, she'll be here. She'll be here for the actual event. So, we'll see how it is tonight. I guess Tony told her just to show up and just get in here and whenever she gets here. But
this was this was supposed to be the Melanie's happy hour in Melbourne, and we were going to do like a little cocktail special, which we're still doing.
Yep.
We can just extend that a little bit. Obviously, she said she hit some traffic on the way here, so it happens. But
Yep.
We're here.
Yep. I mean, you guys have to rely on our personality. So if you're watching out there, share it for me. I've shared it out a bunch of times to share it some more. People can watch it after the fact, though. So, yeah, so this Thursday, man, we got an awesome Rocky Patel event. It's not often that Rocky himself will show up for an event. And so we're just talking about, the whole event situation. So before we get into this particular event this week, let's just get into the history of Rocky Patel events here at Executive.
Was that a question? Were you asking me a question?
No, I'm not asking a question. We're just going to get into it and talk about it. So let's just, you've had two other events, right, here?
We've had multiple events with the entire Rocky group. So we've hosted Rocky twice. This will be the third time Rocky personally is going to be at one of our events at Executive Cigar in Melbourne. We've had Nish and Nimish multiple times.
Yeah.
And then we've had Nish and Nimish in the Sanford location as well, which was last October. Every time anybody from Rocky is involved in any of their events, they are top-notch, swagalicious, if that's a word.
It is now.
They just do it as good, if not better than anybody else in the industry when it comes to promoting the events, making sure that we have a packed house. We make sure we have a packed house, and there's going to be a lot of people here, which is why we've set up. We'll have a tent set up in the parking lot. We'll have seating for 100 people outside, plus what we have inside. So that should be enough. We've got 2 patios in the front. If there's a little overflow, or it's going to be crowded, it's going to be fun, it's going to be exciting. There's going to be drinks, great food, great cigars, obviously, and great deals. Yep. So everything's great.
Yeah, we're going to talk about.
What if I say definitely?
If you say it, then they're gonna have to take a drink as well.
Oh,
I'm trying not to say it, otherwise Yasmin over there might give me some shit. But yeah, so
I definitely will try not to say it then.
So some of the past Rocky Patel events that that you've had and been a part of, what are some of your favorite? Are there any favorite moments that you've had from past events?
Yeah, one of my favorite moments from the last time Rocky was here. Well, both times that Rocky's been in store have been personal records up to that point in time, meaning 2 times ago when he came, we set a record and broke our highest sales in one day the first time he was here. And then we broke it a second time when he was here the second time. So the bar has been set. We have enough product in stock to break the second record. So that's one thing. Secondly, is one of my favorite stories is last time he was here, we were getting ready to leave and go someplace else before we had our liquor license. But they might have brought a bottle of something on their own just to sort of partake in, which is, it's Rocky. So Rocky asked me at the end of the night, he goes, "Oh, you want a little scotch? You like scotch?" Of course I like scotch. So he poured me, 4 fingers of scotch because that was, and there was like this much left in the bottle. So he goes, "Oh, just finish that up." So then it became 4.5, 5 fingers of scotch. I took one small sip. He goes, "All right, finish that. We're going." Going where? I'm going across the street to drink. I said, "I have a mug full of scotch. What am I supposed to do with this?" He goes, "Just drink it up. Let's go." Needless to say, I was well on my way within the next 4 minutes after I pounded 5 fingers of scotch. But that's the kind of stuff that happens when Rocky shows up. It's, you're either in or you're out. So
and now you got a liquor license. So I mean, really, it's gonna be epic.
It could be epic, yes.
Very epic.
We will have a bar outside as well for those that are concerned about getting their drink in a timely manner. So we'll have a bar outside. We'll have a bar inside.
Yeah. And so now you said you're having the bar set up, another bar set up out in the parking lot there. So what's the parking situation? Just kind of nothing in the parking lot, the back lot?
There's an industry term for what our parking is going to look like that night on Thursday. It's going to suck. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Our parking on Thursday night will suck because our tent is going to take up the entirety of our parking lot. That means the municipal lot or the streets, your best guess, if not City Hall. We will be running, hopefully, a shuttle back and forth. I know last time we had a golf cart that was running people back and forth when they parked at City Hall. Best way to circumvent bad parking, get here as early as you can and get your parking spot.
Or take an Uber or a Lyft if you're considering drinking because, that way everybody in your party can drink at the same time. You don't got to worry about nothing. There's always Ubers and Lyfts all around downtown Melbourne.
Absolutely. So, especially on a Thursday night. They should be a little more readily available for your use on those nights.
Yeah, outside of downtown, you might wait a little bit, but you can get one just like that. So everybody out there that's local that's coming through, that's going to be an awesome thing there. So now we're going to talk about Thursday's event. We kind of got a little memories out of the way, talked about the parking situation. So the ticket price is it's $120. It includes $75 of store credit and Cuban food, and store credit can be used at the bar.
Store credit can be used on anything you want.
Anything.
Inside Executive Cigar Shop.
Anything inside Executive Cigar.
Right.
So did you have any comments that you wanted to make about that?
No. You get live music with our good friend Jay DeBella. That's included in your ticket price. You get entry into the event. You get the Cuban buffet, which we've done a couple times, which is going to be fantastic. It's always, nobody leaves hungry. And obviously the $75 credit that you can spend on, most people spend it on Rocky stuff, which is great. It's a better way to get more discounts and better bulk buys. But you don't have to. You can spend it on the bar, or you can spend it on single sticks or accessories, whatever you decide you can spend it on. It's good that night for that event.
Nice. And now let's talk about the entertainment some more here. So Jay DeVilla, what kind of music does he do?
Jay does a little bit of everything. I met Jay DeBella probably 12, 13 years ago. He went to Florida State for voice. That was his major. Came out and was a drummer in about 4 or 5 different bands that I'd seen him play around town in, and got tired of lugging gear, so he taught himself guitar. This guy, a drummer, taught himself how to play guitar and sings. He's always had a great voice. So now he does some solo stuff, which will be on Thursday night, and he does a duet with an electric violinist, which is just great. We just didn't have the space for 2 people on Thursday, so it's just going to be Jay acoustic or electric, whatever he plays, and then he does some cover stuff, and he's got some great original tunes as well.
Awesome. Now, something that a lot of people will want to know about here is about the event deals and specials. You got those on lock currently to where you can talk about them, or
they are on lockdown right here. I got them in my head, so if you want to go over them, I'm ready.
Yeah, so just tell people like what the event deal specials for those who like to buy boxes or people that like to buy singles or a combination of both. What's that looking like for Thursday?
For those of you that have never been to a Rocky event or ever been to one of their, I guess you call them mega events, these events are really geared at box buying purchases. And they make their purchases, they make the spiffs so aggressive that it's hard not to buy, that it's hard not to walk out of here with at least one box. Now, if you come here with the possibility that you want to,
that's a lot of smoke.
There you are. It was definitely a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
Drink. If you come here with the option of that you want to stock up on stuff, it's the perfect night to do it. So I'll run down quick. Sometimes it's confusing. I should have had a lighter and an ashtray. So the first Rocky box you buy, you get a 5-pack sampler and a double torch lighter or an ashtray, which is your choice. The second box you buy, you get an additional 5-pack sampler and then the other spiff item. So if you buy 2 boxes, you're going to get 10 free cigars, a lighter, and a Rocky Patel ashtray. Keep in mind that if you're in our President's Club, and most people that buy boxes are already in the President's Club, you get your discount from Executive Cigar on the boxes you're buying, plus you get the spiff from Rocky Patel. If you so are inclined to go into the 3-box category, I could run over there and get the spiff items because it's beautiful. The third spiff item is a travel humidor case that zippers for 20 cigars, cedar lined, that comes with an additional 10 cigars. So, in essence, if you do this math right, the third box you buy, you're going to get a total of 20 free sticks, which is a free box of cigars. That's the third box spiff. If you want to do the mega deal and get into the 4 boxes, those are the mega prizes. You have your option if you buy 4 boxes. And it's any 4 boxes that we have in stock. We really want to stick to what we have in stock because some of the items like ALRs are very backordered and there's a lot of stuff that's backordered that's going to be gone for a long time.
Yeah.
So we want to kind of stick to the stuff that we have in stock for the most part. But the 4th box deal is amazing. If you are so inclined to get 4 boxes, you get all the deals from the first 3, and then you get to pick one mega prize. And the mega prizes are the Burn Humidor, which retails for $269 for free if you want, or the bar kit, which opens up, and that includes an additional lighter and cutter, 2 Rocky Patel engraved rocks glasses, a travel humidor, and a spot for a bottle. So it's a portable party kit bar and cigar humidor with
Nice.
Rocky Patel. It's beautiful. 3 different finishes: ostrich, leather, and stingray. All are spectacular. Or we are debuting our Woodford Double Oak Private Batch. So if you already have the Burn Humidor, you already have the party kit, or don't like either one of those 2, you can pick our Private Batch bottle of bourbon as your 4th box spiff. Either way, any one of those decisions is fantastic. So if you can't decide and say, oh, I really want the bourbon, that Double Oak sounds delicious, and I want the party kit, you can buy the bourbon. But you cannot buy the Burn Humidor and the party kit. Those have to be done at an event during the show.
Okay, cool.
Is that enough information on those 4 things?
That's a lot of information. We got to get that information out there so people know and
I know what these are, and they're confusing to me. So it's
yeah. No, and that's why this is documented. People can rewind it, after the fact and all that. There's also a Sticks and Spirits Herf going on right now, so people are gonna watch this after. So it's all good. So
Hi, Terry.
so talk about our favorite Rocky. Let's talk about our favorite Rocky Patel cigar. Do you have a personal favorite one?
I do have a personal favorite, and then I have kind of a 1A kind of favorite.
Okay.
So my personal favorite, I don't want to call myself old school, but I'm going to call myself old school, is the Decade. When it came out, that was the cigar that I sort of gravitated to, and it's always been one of my favorites. It's tough for me to stray away from it. If I look at all the collection and I see a Decade there, I just grab it. It's just sort of, that's the one that sort of speaks to me. A cigar I've always loved, and I think it's a great blend. My 1A favorite cigar is the Marquette 77, a very unique cigar that was blended exclusively for Executive Cigar by Rocky Patel, and you can only really get it here or in Sanford. So it's one of our house cigars, medium bodied. It's a box press torpedo. It is no fires. I get a lot of good compliments on it. I'm not gonna tote on its accolades, but a lot of people love it, and we've done very well with that cigar. So it seems to be pretty popular. So that's 1A.
Cool. Yeah, for me,
what's your favorite?
I got a few of Rock. I'm not a fan of his entire line, but there's a few ones that I've really picked out.
I'm telling him you said that.
Oh, I'll tell him I don't care. That's just how I am. I don't like his entire line, but the ones that I like, I really, really have a really good enjoyment when so the Decade would be one of them. I like the Habano of the Rocky Patel Edge. I used to smoke a lot of the Maduros too back, long time ago. I used to smoke, kind of go back and forth between those.
Right.
It's a good budget cigar. I like the Rocky Patel 15th anniversary.
I'm smoking a 15 right now.
Yeah, I smoked one of those the other day.
Because I couldn't find a Decade.
Yeah, so those are are some of my favorites there that I really enjoy. And so that kind of covers how this event's going to be and everything. So the second part of the show, but before we move on to that, before we move on to the fun questions to see what comes out of Tony's mouth, because Lord knows we never know what's going to come out of his mouth. Do you have anything else that you would like to add? Any details you might have forgotten?
I don't think so, Mike. I think we've done such a fantastic job describing the spectacularness of this Rocky Patel event. We hit on the parking. Get here early.
Yes.
This is by far our biggest event of the year. Whenever we host Rocky, he's the other thing. If you've never met him in person, he'll sign the boxes. He'll sign the humidor. He signs all that stuff. You want him to sign the bourbon, he'll sign the bourbon. It doesn't matter. He's very gracious. He's very passionate about the cigar industry and talking about the cigar industry and lobbying for not only manufacturers but brick and mortar retailers as well as consumers. He's in it to be in it. So he wants to promote cigar smoking and the cigar life, so to speak, for everybody. And he does a great job at it.
That's what it's all about. Yeah, so we're just going to continue to move on. You guys have to rely on our personality. But now comes the fun part of the show. I'll ask all the fun questions and see what comes out of Tony's mouth. So I got a number of them. So the first one here, if you woke up as the opposite sex, what is the first thing you would do?
Oh, my word. Is this bound by the FAA regulations?
No, you can say whatever you want to say.
And make sure my bra fit correctly.
That's it. When Melanie Sisco asked me that question, I said something a little bit more crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say. I would say I'd take a shower right away, I guess, and make sure all my parts were there.
Cool. So, moving on here. Which TV family is most like your own?
Which TV family is most like your own? Wow.
I might stump you.
No, gotta think of some TV shows like that. I would say I'm gonna say Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Modern Family, the group with the 3 kids, with the goofball husband, and the amount of craziness that goes on with them. That's who I would say he's hilarious, by the way, the husband on that show. Can't remember his name, but it's a good show. That's who I'd pick.
Yeah, I've seen it a little bit here and there, so I would agree with that. So, what's your favorite smell in the whole world?
The first thing that came to mind when you said it was my dad grew up in New York, and I remember walking into the pizza place that was located in the same building that my grandparents lived in. And when I walked in there, there's a certain smell of New York pizza. A little on the greasy side, but you can smell the pizza's baking. That's one of my favorite smells in the entire. That's the first thing I thought of when you said that.
Nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with pizza.
You can't. No such thing as bad pizza.
All right. What do you think is the greatest invention of all time?
Wow, greatest invention of all time. These are thinkers. I am going to say music.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Can't go wrong with no matter what type of music.
Right.
Music is awesome.
Doesn't matter what kind.
Music just it puts you in different moods. It's very powerful.
Absolutely.
Oh, hold on. Fellow Paisan there, Dominic, he said greasy wax paper, Tony. And what is one word, using one word, how would you describe your family?
Unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
How's that?
Sounds like. Care to explain?
Well, I've got I keep saying young kids, but they're in there. I've got one teenager and one about to be a teenager. So if you have teenagers, you understand the unpredictable. That's what that boils down to.
Nice. So, would you rather win an Olympic medal, an Academy Award, or the Nobel Peace Prize?
I'm gonna say an Academy Award. The simple fact that I think more people are going to listen to that speech than if I won the Nobel Peace Prize. So the speech would be the fun part of the Academy Award.
Nice.
Got to mix it up.
Nice. So, what's your favorite?
Why wasn't a Grammy in there? I used to be a drummer in my previous life. I would have picked the Grammy instead of an Academy Award.
Hey, I don't know.
Same speech, by the way.
I just found a list of questions I can ask people. So, what's your favorite time of the day?
I'm gonna say I'm a night owl. So if it's the right movie, if it's the right show, it's the right basketball game, whatever. If it's easier for me to get involved in something at night than it is in the morning. As I get a little older, I seem to be waking up earlier and earlier, which I'm not a big fan of. It's not hard to get up in the morning. It's just irritating sometimes.
Yeah. No, I understand. I've kind of got myself into being more of a morning person, but that's a whole other story there. So, if you had to leave Earth on a spaceship and take 4 friends with you, who would they be?
Friends, not family?
I said friends.
Friends. Four friends on a rocket ship. Hey. Where are we going?
You're in a spaceship.
How long are we going to be gone?
That can be, it's all subjective.
If we're going to be gone longer than a month, I'm going to stick to just guys. So, my buddy Tom, he'll keep things light and interesting. My buddy Ruben, my friend Alfie. Who else are we gonna bring on that? She's kind of a guy, so let's bring Erica with us as well. How's that?
All right. And so, what is your favorite movie quote?
These are good questions. I gotta
see if Melanie were here with us, it would be a whole ton of fun.
It would be.
I'm gonna cap this off at like 30 minutes, so
okay.
So I have more than enough material. So I don't want to bore everybody out there. So
I like. Trying to think of something fairly inspirational, but nothing's coming to.
It could be funny.
One of my favorite. I mean, it doesn't really mean much, but I love sports movies and classics and the movie Hoosiers. They're in the huddle at the end of the game, and it comes down to, "I'll make it." There's the guy that's going to make the shot. So. Oh, Melanie brought her baby.
Oh, hey, okay, so we got more material. So, yeah, so go ahead and if you could, let Melanie get in the middle, so we have to make sure I adjust
Melanie
the camera.
in the middle.
We've already started the show and adjusted it. So Melanie is here, guys, and Winston's here. Winston, you just gotta put him in there. Yeah, so now the show just got interesting. Now we're just gonna continue on with these questions, and so yeah, just gotta. Everybody will be able to hear, and then Tony, get close to us so you get in the camera shot. All right, you're good. So yeah, I just asked that question. Melanie, thank you for arriving on time.
I know, right? That's like, I tried my best this week. Right?
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride, wild day. A lot of freaking traffic on the East Coast. My God.
So you hit a lot of traffic.
Yeah, because I went from Delray to Miami all the way back up to here. That's like every horrible traffic spot.
Oh my gosh.
Right? That's like all of them. So
yeah. So we're at the point of the show where I'm asking interesting questions. So I've already put Tony in the hot seat. I think more people will want to see you talk. And so let me.
Thanks, Mike.
Will you hand me my purse over there and I'll share? I forgot to grab my phone. Hey, what's this? This is my first time. I haven't even gotten to look around. Oh, look at you. Thank you so much.
All right, so I'll come through here and ask some stuff, and then we'll chill out after this. So.
And what do you know? I just happen to have a cigar in my purse, too.
All right, so according to your opinion, who are the 3 greatest living musicians?
Do they have to be musicians or bands or something like that?
Well, bands are musicians.
I know, so can it be a group? Or is
it can be anything.
All right, I say Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, and Arturo Sandoval.
Nice. I didn't say definitely because if I say definitely, then people watching have to take a drink. So yeah, I said it twice. You're gonna have to take a drink if I say definitely.
Oh, is this the thing now?
Yes, this was.
You say definitely.
I was hanging out with Yasmin and we were drinking, and she said every time I say definitely, we were watching the show with Matt Booth, so
cool.
I kept saying definitely. So.
Definitely.
Do
you have a
cutter?
Yeah, cutter.
My cutter broke on me. The freestyle lab. Look, I'm never gonna say.
I'll be
that.
a good host.
Yeah. So, name a celebrity you think is lame. I know you're just getting in. I know you got to
Let's see, a
multitask.
celebrity who I think is lame.
Yeah.
A celebrity that I think is lame. God, I guess like Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
All right. And what accomplishments are you most proud of?
Raising my daughter. I don't know. I went to college. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
All right. Let me see. I chose more than enough questions. So, what's your favorite kind of sandwich?
The one that is gluten free.
Gluten free.
Yeah, like I love it. Actually, my favorite sandwich is after Thanksgiving when you take the fresh leftover turkey and mayonnaise. That's my jam right there.
Leftover turkey sandwiches.
Cranberries on. You ever done that? Cranberries
No.
on? Oh my god, it's delicious.
I gotta try that.
All right. So we'll ask you a few more questions, and then we'll just kind of revert, because normally my show's like an hour. We'll talk about, how you've been and.
Wait, let's call Rocky Patel and see if he's really going to come on Thursday. Hold on 1 second.
Well, he is really going to come on Thursday.
Yeah, but let's just put him in the hot seat.
Yeah, make sure you turn the volume all the way up. Like, we're on Herf Zone Live. We're promoting this.
If he's not, we gotta.
This is probably the most
explaining to do, Lucy.
This is the most unscripted episode of Herf Zone Live.
I know it's not very loud, is it?
My mic will pick that up.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I got you live on the Shirtless Mike Herf Zone. So
Herf Zone Live.
Don't tell them all your secrets. But we were just making sure that you're coming on Thursday, right?
I'm going to be there. The Executive Cigars on Thursday. Looking forward to a great night, a great time. It's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. Did you know that they have a Woodford Reserve and the blend is Executive Cigar?
I think it's pretty amazing. If you have bourbon fan, they do an amazing job with limited reserve bourbons. They're not there after COVID. This is the time to pull it off and have a great time. And I'm going to be there making sure everybody has a good time.
All right. Well, we just want to make sure and make sure that you come prepared to drink a lot of bourbon because we're going to see you go down.
I'll be there and I'm not going down, but I will take it.
Yeah, we're just busy properly promoting the event live on my show right now on the Team Shirtless Mike YouTube channel. So,
all right, thanks, Rocky. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you on Thursday.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
oh wow! So where we were before that, where were we going?
We were going to.
I guess just talk about how you've been and all that, and you had a quite a busy day. You have an event today.
Yeah, so I did an earlier on camera event. Or not event, I'm sorry, interview. It went really awesome. This guy that did it, he's like a pro, but in a different way. Like he's a pro, but me, I feel like I'm one of those pros that like compact everything, down. So like I'm the condensed pro tech person, but this guy, he had a cameraman, we had mics set up, like it was awesome. It was
Nice.
Really cool. And you kind of batched them together. He's like batching interviews all day. I was like, that's smart.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're excited. So is this your first time in Melbourne? First of all, what do you think about a little small town? Well, we got like a little downtown, but it's a small town, but still bigger than most parts of the bar.
Yep. I didn't really know that it was going to be like on the water. As I was like driving out here, that road was tiny. I was like,
Did you come up US 1?
I don't think so. I don't know where I came up.
If you came up US 1, we know why you're late because US 1's the worst way to get here.
Oh, really? Mine was mostly from Miami traffic. That backed me up an hour, and then after that, it was just like.
I've only been to Miami a couple times, and I understand
We
because
should ask Melanie if she knows Melbourne's nickname.
Melby?
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so right here, us sitting here on the show right now, like this is
Exciting.
this is it right now. You're the most exciting thing that's happened all day.
Thanks, Mike.
We love you too, Tony. We love you too, Tony.
He wakes up every day here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let me see
Yeah,
if I
so
can-
she's sharing it out, man. I'll ask Melanie a few more questions, and then after close to an hour, we'll cap it off. So let me pull everything
Oh,
back
wait,
up.
where are you?
See, this is what we do at Herf Zone Live. We just sometimes things are out of our control, and we just take control. And then
Are you live on Facebook?
No, on YouTube.
Oh.
There should be a link in my post.
Oh.
Yeah, so or you could just share that out.
I see.
But yeah, while you're doing that,
I didn't know you could do that.
I'll ask some questions here. I'm trying to get ones I haven't asked Tony here.
I want to go Facebook Live now.
Well, we're live here, so you want to do that. So
I know what it doesn't. I don't know what it would do.
okay, I found a question to ask. So, what was your favorite toy growing up?
Let's see. My favorite toy growing up was actually the pool table. I played pool
You still play pool, or
I do whenever I get the chance. Yeah, but I mean, I played pool at home every day, all day, until my friends stopped coming over, and then I kind of started going out. They didn't like getting beat by the girl every time, but I was good. It was a lot of fun.
Did you win any money playing pool?
I might have, like, guys would be like, "Oh, you want to play some pool with me?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, sure." And then they'd think that I couldn't play, and they'd want to bet. And
then you just distract them, and then you start losing and take their fucking money.
Absolutely. It was great for whenever I worked at a bar, and I worked at this really small town bar that when I was in college, and so there weren't many people in there every night, so it was a lot of locals, and so whenever I was working the bar, I was also able to play pool, and they just thought that was hilarious that this little girl could play pool.
Not the Black Widow, but the Blonde Widow.
Actually,
First time I ever heard of the Blonde Widow.
Somebody called me, I liked it, Blonde Perignon. I like it, Blonde Perignon.
That's interesting. Blonde Perignon. That sounds like a porn name.
Did you
All
just say that on
yourself?
It's Herf Zone Live.
I'm glad
You gotta entertain the people.
You know how to figure that out, right? What your porn name is?
Oh God,
it's
there an app for that?
it's your first pet, and then the street name that you lived on when you were a kid. That's how you figure out your porn name.
Yeah,
Your first pet,
that wouldn't sound very good.
but then obviously if it's a number, you can't do that. So whatever the closest cross street would be.
Mine would be Blossom. No, what's Blossom? Yeah, Blossom Davis. Blossom
Spurgeon
Davis.
Bernice.
What?
Spurgeon Bernice.
Spurgeon?
Spurgeon.
You had a dog named Spurgeon?
Yeah, my first dog as an adult, that I got, he was a puppy. He was a little Shih Tzu. His name was Spurgeon.
Spurgeon Bernice. That actually sounds like a porn name.
That does. That's hilarious.
Just so you know, mine would be Treasure, Ohio.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Treasure, Ohio. I had a goldfish named Treasure.
Treasure.
But it's worse that you actually
How long
lived
did
on
your
Ohio.
goldfish live?
Did you live on
Normally they
Ohio
don't live
Drive?
that long.
Ohio Street. Ohio Avenue, I think.
No, but I'm saying, how long did the goldfish live?
Maybe a year.
That's saying something for a goldfish.
Yeah. I might have accidentally, when I was changing his water, put him in too hot of water. So,
I used to have a rat when I was like.
I might have accidentally just
I used-
kind of accidentally might have
dropped him
boiled.
down the water.
I used to have a rat when I was in middle school, and it was fine. Like, I had it from a baby, and I would hold it and handle it all the time, put it on my shoulder, and then eventually it started getting aggressive and like biting me. And then one day when I was cleaning out its cage, I just let it outside. I just let it go.
Wow.
I'm a terrible person.
What was your rat's name?
I named him Brain, like Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, I love thinking the brain.
Yeah. All right. So what's your favorite? What has been your favorite family vacation?
My favorite family vacation is me and my daughter go to Universal Studios all the time. Every year, like we are roller coaster whores. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And so me and her, we just like run around the whole place by ourselves, like do our own thing. We only go in just us because you get too many people. Too many people want to do different things.
Yeah.
So we're just like, all right, let's get it.
I don't like roller coasters. If I go to some place and if somebody wants to go on a roller coaster, I'll hold their stuff and watch it. I'll go on regular rides. It's not roller coasters.
I
But
love roller coasters. Oh my gosh, I love them.
so what are you doing now? Taking a selfie or
Yeah.
or are you going live on?
No, I'm trying to take a selfie so that I can get my stories back up.
Okay, cool. So let's see here. We're running out of questions.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, ask me some questions now. We're just gonna keep it interesting. We gotta extend this and give the people an awesome show.
All right, so okay, I'm gonna do some. Let's do some. All right, what is your favorite hat to wear?
Currently, this one.
Ooh, I like that
I
one.
just got this from Cigar Hustler when I was before I went to Executive Sanford Saturday. So
Nice.
it's currently my favorite. I gotta shave my head.
How do you say that? How do you say that brand?
Paustania.
Stania. Okay.
It's not Paustani.
And if you had access to a time machine and you could go anywhere and anytime, where would you go?
I'll probably go back when my great grandparents were alive, so I can, learn more about my, I'm both sides of the family. I'm Irish and Italian, so I already have the history of my Irish side because one of my uncles, did the work. But I want to see what it was like to be around back then during that time.
So what time would you go? At what time?
I guess the 1900s, probably just go way back. Probably like the 1900s though, because that's probably, because my great grandmother on my Italian side, when I was little, she was still alive. But she barely spoke English. She used to there's a video of me and her, and I was sitting on her lap, and she was like, "Nice boy." That's about all she could say. She could speak a little English, but very broken.
Do you speak any Italian?
Un poco, not very much at all.
What's your favorite cigar?
I don't have one favorite cigar. I'll tell you just brand wise.
No, let me repeat my question then. I'm going to rephrase my question. What is one cigar that you would feel like it's a celebration and a reward that you could have, but you don't have?
Let's see here. I really enjoy the Clave Cubana by Cordova Morales. That's one of my favorites. I mean, it's so hard for me to say just one. So, and we already talked about what our favorite Rocky is.
But what's one cigar that you can't get your hands on that you wish you could get your hands on?
Wow, that's hard. Because I don't smoke a lot of limited stuff that you can't get your hands on. I like to smoke stuff that's readily available mostly, and if I do get a hold of something, so I mean, when you gave me the Angel Share at the Great Smoke, it's not like I can't get my hands on it, but I guess it's kind of rare.
Yeah.
But I don't follow rare stuff, so it was a treat to just enjoy that.
Yeah.
Ask Tony some questions so we can just keep this ball rolling. We'll stay on for a few more minutes.
If you're gonna ask me that question, I'd say probably the Opus 20.
Yeah, that's what I want. I want one of those right now, actually.
That's
Amazing.
Great cigar that unfortunately is not more readily available.
Yeah. So, okay, then, how about Tony? Tell us a funny story about a patron, being awkward in the lounge.
You can say names if you want to.
You can't say names. Don't say names. Just tell us a funny story.
Yeah, don't say names because we don't want people getting upset at me. I already got enough haters.
I would say, I guess it's kind of funny. One of the two of our bathrooms don't necessarily lock fantastically.
Oh, okay. I was in that bathroom earlier today, and I'm surprised. I'm glad nobody
Make
entered.
sure you push the button in. That's all I'm going to say, because you never know what you're going to see. Occasionally, sometimes,
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah. Thank God, the last time it happened to me, it was a girl. I won't mention her name.
Oh, Lord.
How's that for a funny story?
That is pretty good. All right. What was the last cigar that made you sick at your stomach?
It was LFD. Was it La Volcan or something like that? A friend of mine gifted it to me, and it was a good cigar. I enjoyed the flavors, but I smoked a cigar previously and ate previously to that previous cigar, so I should have eaten right before that cigar. It was like the middle of the night, and it just once I got to the halfway point, I just had to rush.
La Vocata.
Yeah, La Volcan. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So this is a few years back. I was at the trade show with a guy by the name of Kyle, who at the time was our CAO rep, and he gave me an LX2, which I think is still available. It's the Double E Hero from CAO, and the only cigars he had were Lancero, and obviously Lanceros can sometimes pack a little more punch than a bigger ring gauge. So he gave me one of those at the after party at the show, and we were hanging out with Leonard Skinner up in the Playboy suite. We're just hanging out, and he gave me that cigar, and I smoked about 1.5 inches of it, and the room was spinning, the people were spinning, everything was going crazy. I'm like, what the hell did you give me? What the hell was in this cigar? And he goes, it's the only size I had. He smoked about half of it. He goes, I feel the same way. He goes, I'm going to throw up on somebody if I don't find a bathroom.
All right. I actually did see. I got sick on a Casa Cuba during the professor show, actually, and had to get
During the show,
and it just happened to go on and on and on, like they were supposed to end, and I was just like.
So this
I
was like a
gotta
normal
go.
Sunday, not his like birthday thing.
Yeah, it was like a normal Sunday when we were going like 2 hours almost. Remember, or not? We'd go like an hour and a half. I was like, hey, guys, we gotta get it together. Let's stop talking at a certain time. You know, we can always have him back. It was funny though. But I was just like, no, not today, please stop, please don't keep going. And I was like, okay, I just got off camera and walked away. I think I was going for probably 15 minutes. I come back, they're still talking. I was like, oh, I was like sweating. And I was like probably like blushing red. It was funny. People are like, I remember that. It's so funny. But okay, I have an elephant in the room question. Shirtless Mike is shirtless. So, like, how is it that you get nip exposure and I can't even get a nip slip? Like, I'm not that I want a nip slip, but it's like,
because of that, though, I've tried to not really, try to make it like, head up or whatever. Because so many people like, talk to me about it, or I'll be in like virtual Herfs. And I mean, I'm not gonna complain. I just regret that I wasn't there.
Oh, they talked to you about the nip slip?
Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it. I just regret that I was not watching that live.
So, for those of you that aren't following this, Melanie did an interview, I think it was with Nish, at Burn, and there might have been a little nip slip kind of action.
It was not even full action. It was like, you guys were watching because you were just hoping it might be full action. And I didn't even know it, but now I have invested in tape.
Double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape. It's
Ask Yasmin about the double-sided tape.
It's amazing. It's amazing stuff.
And if you've seen any of Mike's live stuff or any of the stuff that he posts on any of the social media, he doesn't have nip slips. He has nip smashes.
Nip smash.
He just smashes them into the camera, and that's it.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh my Lord, I can see that happening. The nip smash.
The nip smasher.
Pretty much how it is, and because of that, like, Florida Cigar Club, Mike Palmer doesn't want, so I take special pictures. I try not to do it like that, but sometimes it just depends on the angle or whatever.
Yes, we don't want to offend them with your nipplage. Such offensive nipplage. But I think I could come up with 1,000 different ways just to say, oh, sure, just as long as he stays in there, don't let him get out, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, we're just doing the show live right now, hanging out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Winston is now the star of the show.
Sorry. That's okay.
So yeah, so we'll talk a little bit more about the event. So you're excited about Thursday?
Yes, I'm so excited about Thursday. And I mean, this is if you guys have never been to a Rocky Patel event, that man is generous and he can sell. I think it'll be fabulous. Winston, sit down.
Sit down.
So he can answer all your questions. You can autograph your boxes, but make sure that you take the cellophane off first.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a great time with every Rocky event I go to. It's always a great time. Just have to watch.
Of course.
Did I tell you that happened it was the last event that we did? People would have them sign his boxes when they bought them. So somebody had them sign one with cellophane on it, not the box. They kept it. So when they opened it, obviously the signature would come off, and it was on the cellophane. I'm like, let's not be that guy anymore.
Yeah. So Melanie is here. We had a little fun here. I'm gonna go ahead and end it at this point. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and make sure you like this video, subscribe, leave comments.
Wait, did you tell him about my sampler pack?
Oh, well, that's for people here. So
they can't call here and order it.
They can call.
Yeah, they can if there's people. So you can call and order. There's a sampler pack, the MDM. Yeah, the MDM sampler pack.
Which stands for?
Here, I'll come in the more the camp. It's called the MDM sampler pack. I thought it was just for locally here. So
no, it sells on the internet.
Yeah, but so MDM sampler pack. You can call the shop. I believe the information is in the description that you can call the shop. So let's open that up, and then before we get off of here, I wasn't trying to rush to get off. I just didn't want too much dead air.
So here it is. The fantasticness of the MDM sampler, which stands for Melanie Does Melbourne. In it, we tried to cover all the bases. We've got a Warzone from Espinosa. We've got a Mac Red. We've got a 61 from Rocky, which is kind of a rare Rocky Patel. And then a Casa Cuba, which is the one that made Melanie sick.
Yes, but my girlfriends love Casa Cuba, so I should definitely. And so it's a 5-pack.
$19.95, no additional discounts.
That's
Insane in the membrane. So,
God, okay, I got to share this with my family, with my people, because they're totally they're gonna want that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I said okay. You got to take a drink, y'all. So definitely.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So at this point, though, so the information where you could call the shops in the YouTube description, so you can call the shop and get that. And if you're not if you're local, you can get it here. If you're not, they can ship it to you. For whatever.
Shipping's not included, by the way.
Shipping's not included. I was about to say that it's not included for whatever they charge for shipping. So, yeah, they could get that out to you and all that good stuff. And we'll see everybody on Thursday for the Rocky Patel event. We already went over all the details before Melanie got here, and it's been fun so far on this show. This is probably my most unique episode of Herf Live.
Is this your first threesome?
He went red. Oh my God, that was a giggle.
Oh Lord. Yes, in this regards.
On that note.
All right. Well, yes, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, y'all.
Rocky
and we're just gonna hang out for the rest of the night. And she just got here. She has to settle in and talk to people and talk about this event here. So yeah, make sure you like this video, subscribe, hit that bell. Leave lots of comments, share it out to people, just like I will be doing. And you guys have a wonderful night. Peace out, y'all.